It's showtime, folks. Good morning. It is Super Bowl weekend. This is the Mr. and Mrs. Lifecast. I'm the Mr.
I'm the missus, of course.
And we're now doing some food. We've been doing sports previously, but now we're doing food. This is going to be our food cast, episode 1. We are actually going to be making some Super Bowl foods, and we're going to be posting a ton of content and videos this weekend for Super Bowl weekend. And the first one we wanted to start with is a nice simple sausage and cheese dip. And this is something that anyone can make quickly. The whole objective of our food cast is going to be not that we're showing you anything brand new or reinventing the wheel here. I'm sure there's tons of recipes out there and whatnot for a sausage dip, but we're just going to show you it in the quickest, most efficient way. We're here to quickly cook delicious foods and chew bubble gum, and we are all out of bubble gum. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tell you that we're going to do something that's called time hacks, where the missus is going to hold up a sign with an exclamation point, and she's going to say,
Time hack!
and that's going to be what's going to let you know that these are little tips you want to make a special note of that are just going to give you quicker, more efficient ways to get your cooking done, have delicious meals, and have more time to yourself with your friends, family, loved ones, or to do whatever it is you want to do. So what we're going to start with is we're going to take the camera here. The missus is going to take the camera and is going to show you over here the ingredients. So what we've got here is I've separated to the left. These are the essential must-have ingredients you've got to have at a minimum to do this dish. And then over to the right over here, these are the optional ones that I threw in, for extra flavor and color. We've got some chopped spinach, nice brick of chopped frozen spinach. We got this from Walmart for a little bit over $1. We've got 2 kinds of diced tomatoes. This is regular, and this is the Rotel, which has some green chili in it. Also, you've got to have your sausage. This is Jimmy Dean, the maple variety. Just my personal preference. I've been using it for many years, but you can use any kind of a nice roll of sausage that you want to use, just some nice ground sausage. We actually threw in optional for this particular dish a pound of ground beef, a little bit of extra Jimmy Dean ground sausage, and we're going to use also a little bit of extra shredded cheese. This is just for extra color, really. So you may notice, though, there is one thing missing here. And what is that, Mrs.?
That is going to be we have a little time hack with that, but that is going to be our cream cheese.
Time hack.
Time hack.
You've got to have cream cheese. We have left it in the fridge. So if Mrs. can get a shot here. We've got this cream cheese. It's a double pack of 8-ounce cream cheese, so 16-ounce total. I get mine from Walmart because it's the best deal. I mean, this combined was just about, I think, $5 or $6 for the double pack. But you do want to have 2 of them because it'll make it give you enough volume and flavor. So we do this where we're going to keep it in the fridge for as long as possible because this is very soft cheese. It is hard to cut. So if you take it and leave it in the fridge, it's going to give you a little bit more time, a little bit easier to cut. So we're going to do that right now.
And we want to make your life as easy as possible. We're trying to save you some money, the way our economy is, anything that we can save and, put into some little extra adventures or have a little fun.
And the more efficient and faster you can be, the better, because this stuff is, it's time consuming, cooking. But if you can do it fast and still make it delicious, I think that's the key to everything, because obviously we don't want to spend our whole day cooking it. We want to be able to enjoy it as quickly as possible, and that's what we're going to do.
And we're trying to do quick and delish.
Yep, that's our whole motto here. Quick and delish. Peace. So we've already cut some green onions up here. And again, not essential. It's just something I did for extra flavor. You don't have to have it to make this recipe work. But, we figure we do a little extra here, so...
And he's the chef, I'm the sous chef, so I actually cut the scallions, so I'm not going to give him credit.
Right, so what we're going to do here You can see we've already chopped that up. We're gonna chop this. If you could hold this, because I
Sure.
don't think they can see it good.
Okay.
Put a little bit down here. Just hold it so we can see the cheese. There you go, excellent.
All right.
What we're gonna do is cut this real quick, as quickly as possible. It's not the easiest thing in the world to work with, but we're gonna do this right quick. So we're gonna cut this up. And you know, for the sake of time, I'm just gonna cut one up. I'm not gonna cut them both, but just so you can see it all go into the dish. And again, this is not the easiest stuff in the world to work with because it is very soft. Probably should have just cut it up in advance, but wanted you guys to see how important it is to leave it in the fridge for as long as possible. All right,
So we open it up and try to get
And
the
cut it away.
block as
Yep.
big as we can.
and then we're just gonna chop it up as best we can into some pieces here. Again, not the easiest stuff in the world to work with, but you do your best. Normally I'd probably cube it, but for the sake of time, we're just gonna cut it into a few, 4 or 5 chunks. And there we go.
Gets a little messy, but that's what it is.
It is what it is, unfortunately, but it is worth it because when you eat it, it's worth it. So, all
Yeah.
right, we got about 4 chunks there. What we're gonna do is start putting this stuff into the crock pot, and that leads us to our next.
Time hack.
You can obviously do this regular, but what we do is we use a liner. We invest the money, spend a couple extra dollars. These are slow cooker liners. I think this costs like $2.50, $3 at Walmart, and it comes in a 6-pack. These are definitely worth it because it's going to make your life so much quicker. Everything goes faster. You you don't have to end up scrubbing stuff off of the bottom of the crock pot, and you also, when it's time to, any leftover food that you want to throw out, you don't have to sit there over a garbage can, spooning it out. You just take this whole bag, grab it all, tie your bag up and throw it in the garbage can, and you are done. You can get on with your day.
Yeah, the hubby is very used to making it clean and efficient. And usually when he makes the meals, it takes about 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So we do it as quickly as possible. So here we go. We're just going to spoon in the meat. You can do this in any order you want, but I prefer to put the heaviest stuff at the bottom, which in this case would obviously be the meat. This is a mixture of mostly the ground sausage and a little bit of ground hamburger meat. So it's just a combination. And we're not using all the meat because we browned some extra because we have another video upcoming that's going to be a mashed potato dish that's been in my family for years that I'm going to show you. So this is just some of it we're going to put in here. The next thing we're going to put in is we've got the chopped frozen spinach. This is definitely needed for the extra flavor, so just got to try and get this thing open.
And of course we know that, spinach makes the dip very healthy and nutritious for you, so.
Yeah, and
No
we're adding
calories.
some vegetables. I guess if you consider that to be a plus, so be it. But here we go.
Makes me feel a little less guilty.
There you go. Big block of spinach. You're just going to throw it up top. That's the next heaviest item. And then we got the diced tomatoes. These are 2 8-ounce cans, I believe. 14.5-ounce cans. You definitely want to have enough of this because that's probably the second biggest flavor you're going to get next to the sausage. And then we've got this rotel. Again, this has the little green chilies in it, so I like that one as well. It adds a lot more flavor, and it's no extra work. So if you can have flavor without the work, you should do it. And here we go. There we go. We're just going to open this right quick. And then we're just going to put this in. And there you go. We can take a picture of what we got so far. Then the next thing we're throwing in
Let me see that. Yep.
is the cream cheese. So there you go. So there's your cream cheese. You can see, we'll get a picture of that, everything all together. I know it doesn't look much right now, but you know, soon when that cheese heats up and all these ingredients heat up and you mix them together, it's going to look great and it's going to taste outstanding. Now, a lot of people are going to be wondering, how do you set this? You're basically, it depends on if you're going to be gone or if you're going to be home. We're going to be home today, so we're putting this thing on high, the highest possible. That's the highest on my particular crock pot. And that'll have it done in probably one to 1.5 hours. Now, if you're away and you put it on the lowest, you're probably looking at 3 to 4 hours. So it really depends on your individual crock pot, and it also depends on, you know, whether you're going to be home or not. But this is about an hour, hour and a half. We're going to have a delicious dip that we're going to be able to show you. And if you want to see the finished product and you want to see us, you know, spooning it out, eating it, and see what the final dish looks like, you are going to need to go to part 2. This is a part 1 video.
This is prep part 1, and tasting will be part 2.
That's right. So if you want to see the payoff, which I'm sure everybody loves a payoff, please tune into part 2. Please also like, subscribe, and comment on the video. We really need your feedback. If there's particular dishes you want to see our take on, please let me know. We've over the years done just about everything. I mean, we cook all kinds of stuff: Spanish, American, Asian. I've cooked all kinds of different things myself, Italian, and I do have my own little time hacks and life hacks on everything. I like to do things a little different. I do look at recipes, but at the end, I always encourage people, put your own spin on it, put your own flavor to it. You know, look at it and think to yourself, this might be better, enhance it a little bit. If you've got your own enhancements, everybody's taste buds are different. For me, like I said, I like to do things a little quicker. I like to add a little extra meat because I'm a meatitarian, or whatever you want to call it, a carnivore. So I just encourage people, take what I do or whatever you see and put your own little spin on it. Do a little extra. I just want to show you the most efficient, quickest ways to get from point A to point B and get to eating. Because as you can see looking at me, I like to get to the eating part. Anything else you want to add, Mrs.?
Well, what are we going to do with the scallions and cheese after that's
Right.
like the finishing part?
Right, we're going to throw the scallions in. Sometimes I wait, but in this case, you know, this is just extra enhancement. We're just going to throw this in. It's just a little extra enhancement. It is not in any way paramount to the dish. Just something I like to put in. And
add a little taste, add a little color.
just a little. And you can get a picture of this. We're going to put the top on it. And we're going to secure this top down. And we've already got it set, so it's on high. So we're just going to let this bad boy cook for about an hour, hour and a half. And then we're going to be coming back for part 2. So everybody, please just check out part 2, which we're going to be posting shortly. And I hope anybody who tries this enjoys the dish. If you have any feedback or questions, again, please comment, subscribe,
subscribe, comment, absolutely.
and help us out because we really want to get this channel going. We're going to put a ton of content on here, and we want to show people the quickest, most efficient ways to have the best meals possible and just get to eating. So everything for us is going to be quick and delish. Thank you. Everybody have a great day, and hopefully you check out our other videos. Thank you.